So you just got either the new Canon R7 or R10, but you're not quite sure which memory card you need to record in all of those 4K settings? Well, stay tuned to find out which memory card is the best for your camera. Hey everyone, welcome to Camber Film School, where I'm here to help you learn how to make good videos. And full disclosure, I have not used either one of these cameras, but I have looked through the manual, so I do know which memory card to suggest for you. And if any of the memory card terms seem confusing, like megabits per second or different speed class ratings, check out this other video I have here that will help you understand everything you need to know about memory cards. And one last thing to keep in mind before we get into the card suggestion is that the Canon R7 has dual memory card slots. So if you have the R7 and want to be able to use the second card slot to record backup footage, you'll need to buy 2 of the memory cards that you choose from this video. And the reason I say which memory card you choose is because there are 2 main options depending on which type of video recording you plan on doing. Both the R7 and R10 have identical bit rates in the various recording modes, and a card rated at U3, which gives a sustained write speed of 30 megabytes per second, will be fast enough for you to record in every mode except for the 10-bit 422 4K video at 50 and 60 frames per second, though you'll still have the option of 4K 60 frames per second at 8-bit 420. And if you don't know what the difference between 8-bit 420 or 10-bit 422 is, then I have some more videos linked in the description that'll help you understand what you're getting from these various modes. But if you want to be able to shoot in every mode in either of these cameras, including that 4K 10-bit 422 at 50 and 60 frames per second, which will give you the ability to shoot the highest quality slow motion that these cameras have to offer, then you'll need to get a memory card rated at V60. The highest bitrate is 340 megabits per second, which equates to 42.5 megabytes per second, and these more expensive cards give you a guaranteed minimum sustained write speed of at least 60 megabytes per second, which is greater than that 42.5 megabits per second that the camera has. And the size capacity card you get really depends on how much you plan on recording before offloading the footage onto your computer. However, I would suggest a 256 gigabyte card, which will give you the highest 4K quality at 24 frames per second for about 3 hours and 20 minutes, or at 60 frames per second for 1 hour and 40 minutes. And the final thing to consider is what brand should you get. Now, in all reality, it shouldn't matter as long as you're getting either a U3 rated card or a V60 rated card, depending on which modes you plan on using. But there have been issues with Lexar cards and Canon cameras not being compatible in the past. Lexar cards are less expensive, and I've never actually had any issues using them with any of my Sony cameras, but I do want you to be aware of the possible incompatibility. Although I suspect that the folks that have had issues with them in the past probably got counterfeit cards from a bad Amazon source. But if you have used a Lexar card with no issues with either of these cameras, please let me know down in the comments and I will pin your comment to let others know of the compatibility. So aside from Lexar, the next cheapest option is going to be the Pro Grade V60 card, followed by the Sony M-Tough V60 card. And all the cards I'm talking about I have linked in the description to both Amazon and B&H, depending on where you like to shop. But if you don't plan on using that highest recording mode, then you really can't go wrong with the trusted SanDisk U3 256 gigabyte card. And once again, keep in mind that if you have the R7, you'll need to get 2 cards if you want to be able to record backup footage to that second card slot. I hope that helps, and if it did, then please drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I also have a private Facebook group linked below to help you along in your filmmaking journey. If you have any other questions about these cameras or cards or whatever, post them down below. I'll try to help you out any way I can, and I will see you in the next one.